I realized I didn't know what her voice sounded like anymore when she was telling the truth. Not her tone, not her cadence, nothing. Every word that came out of her mouth for months had been performance, and I'd somehow forgotten what the real version even was. So I'm sitting at this breakfast table, right? And she's talking about her day, something about a client meeting running late, maybe grabbing drinks after with Sarah from work. And I'm nodding, half listening, when it just hits me. This feeling in my chest. Not jealousy exactly, more like deja vu, but wrong. We've been together 8 years. 8. And somewhere in the past few months, I stopped believing her when she talked. Not consciously, you know? It wasn't like I decided one day, hey, my wife's a liar. It crept in. The way she'd volunteer details I didn't ask for. The way she'd get irritated when I didn't respond enthusiastically enough to her stories. That morning, she's going on about this presentation, and I'm watching her mouth move. And I think, when did I stop trusting you? The coffee tasted like metal. I remember that. She asked if I was okay. I said I was tired. And the way she smiled and said, you should rest more, babe. Like she was relieved I wasn't paying attention. That's when something shifted. Or maybe that's when I finally noticed it had already shifted months ago. I didn't say anything, just went to work. 3 days later, I'm doing laundry. Her laundry, actually, because she'd been so swamped all week. And there's this receipt in her jeans pocket. Not like I was looking, it just fell out. Dinner at some Italian place downtown. Tuesday night. $240. Tuesday, she told me she worked late. Ate a salad at her desk. I'm standing there holding this receipt and my hands are shaking. And here's the pathetic part. I actually tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was a work dinner she forgot to mention. Maybe the client paid her back in cash. I'm literally inventing excuses for her in my head. But then I remembered she came home at 9:30 that night smelling like wine. Red wine. She doesn't drink red wine, gives her migraines. She's told waiters this 1,000 times. So I did what you're not supposed to do. I checked her phone that night while she showered. And God, I really wish I hadn't. Because you can't unknow things, you know? There were texts, not even hidden well. Just scrolling back a few days in her messages with Marcus. Who the hell is Marcus? Apparently some guy from her gym. Can't wait to see you again. Last night was perfect. My wife, calling another man perfect. I put the phone back exactly where she left it. I didn't sleep. Just lay there next to her, listening to her breathe, thinking, how do you breathe so peacefully? How do you just sleep? Morning comes and she's getting ready for work, humming, humming. I'm watching her put on makeup and I realize I have to say something or I'm going to lose my mind. So I just ask, who's Marcus? The mascara wand freezes for maybe 2 seconds. Then she laughs. Actually laughs. Marcus from the gym. Why? She's back to the mirror, casual as anything. I tell her about the text, and she doesn't even flinch. She says, oh my God, you went through my phone. Are you serious right now? Like I'm the problem. Like I'm the one who... I ask about Tuesday, the dinner, and she pivots so fast, says it was a work thing. She told me about it. I must have forgotten. When I say no, she said she ate at her desk. She gets this look, this wounded look, says I'm attacking her, and she can't believe I don't trust her. Then she starts crying, just turns on the tears, says Marcus is just a friend, that I'm being paranoid, that she's exhausted from work, and now she has to deal with my insecurity. And here's what kills me. For about 30 seconds, I almost apologized. Almost. But I didn't apologize. I just stared at her and said, you're lying to my face right now. And something changed. The tears stopped. Not gradually, just stopped. She wiped her eyes and looked at me like I was something she needed to manage. Okay, she says. Cold, flat. What do you want me to say? Not an admission, a negotiation. I asked her point blank if she slept with him. She laughed again, this bitter sound, and said, Jesus Christ, you really are paranoid. But she wouldn't answer. Just kept deflecting, asking why I was doing this, why I was trying to destroy what we had. I told her to get out, just for the day, just so I could think. And you know what she did? Grabbed her keys, said, fine, I'll go stay with Sarah since you clearly need space, and left. Didn't fight for us, didn't break down and confess, just left. She texted me 2 hours later, long message about how hurt she was, how she'd never cheat, how if I couldn't trust her, maybe we needed counseling. I almost believed her again. That's the sick part. Part of me wanted to believe her because the alternative was God. The alternative was that everything was a lie. Then my phone buzzed, her location. She wasn't at Sarah's. She was at an address I didn't recognize. I drove there. I don't even remember deciding to. I just got in the car and went. Some apartment complex 20 minutes away. Her car's in the lot, parked next to a black BMW. I sat there for an hour, maybe more, just watching the building, feeling insane. What was I even going to do? Knock on doors? Confront her in front of him? Part of me wanted to leave, pretend I never came. The other part couldn't move. Then they came out together. Her and this guy, tall, fit, everything you'd picture. And they weren't just walking. He had his arm around her waist. She was laughing at something he said, leaning into him the way she used to lean into me. They kissed, right there in the parking lot. Not a quick peck, a real kiss. The kind that says this isn't new. I think I stopped breathing. She pulled away, said something, touched his face, then got in her car. He watched her drive off, smiling, like he had all the time in the world, like she'd be back. I followed her home, stayed a few cars behind. My hands were gripping the steering wheel so hard they cramped. She beat me there by 10 minutes. When I walked in, she was on the couch with her phone, looking concerned. Hey, where'd you go? I came home to apologize. I just stood there. Couldn't even speak at first. She's looking at me with these worried eyes, asking if I'm okay. And I finally say, I saw you. Her face went blank, then confused, performed confused. Saw me what? I told her. The apartment, him, the kiss, everything. And for a second, I thought maybe she'd finally break, finally tell the truth. Instead, she said, you followed me? Oh my God, you followed me. Started crying again, saying I was stalking her, that she went to a friend's place because I kicked her out, that I don't know what I saw. When I said his name, Marcus, she switched tactics, said fine, yes, she'd been talking to him, but nothing physical happened. That kiss was him coming on to her. She was about to end it. Lie after lie after lie, each one more insulting than the last. I asked her to leave, really leave this time. She refused, said it's her house too, that I'm being irrational. We're in limbo now. She sleeps in the guest room, keeps insisting we can work through this while denying everything. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't know if I file for divorce or wait for her to finally admit it, or I just know I can't trust a single word anymore. And I don't know who I've been married to.